I kind of asked myself, what am I doing to make a difference in the world? And I decided I wanted to stop climate change single-handedly. And I knew mangroves were threatened, but I didn't know the extent of the loss that we're seeing. I have no free time, but I'm also doing this global research with mangroves, which I think is an okay trade-off to make.
She came in, she learned about it, she started reading scientific articles, and so we're like, well, we have to give her something more of her own ideas to start to work on and let that grow, and so that's where this idea of EcoMap came out of.
EcoMap is the Electronic Coastal Monitoring and Assessment Program, and I made this program to map all past drivers of mangrove loss. Over the past 50 years, we've lost about half of all world mangroves.
Mangrove forests in particular are this thin buffer along these coastal regions. Many communities rely on the fisheries that come out of this. They use it for fuel, and these can help stop hurricanes.
They help to stabilize the shoreline, particularly with respect to hurricanes and storm surges that are quite frequent down here. My name is Steve Davis, and I'm senior ecologist with the Everglades Foundation.
Stephen and other colleagues in the Everglades National Park are using EcoMap to diagnose the specific loss drivers in these different regions.
The mangrove coast of South Florida is vulnerable to sea level rise, and if mangroves can't keep pace, then we could potentially lose these areas. This forest, like most down here in South Florida, have seen quite a few storms. Protecting and restoring mangroves now is essential.
Here we're looking at an image of mangroves in Everglades National Park in Florida, and we're seeing really large diebacks after Hurricane Irma. We really need to start looking at why the mangroves were lost in the first place.
And the EcoMaps work allows us to do that.
So Liza really created this EcoMap program through Google Earth Engine to really visualize loss on a large scale.
In Indonesia, we have these really dramatic aquaculture hotspots where it's just very prominent, because we're able to take advantage of so many different sources of data.
She's doing it at a much higher resolution and with a much more dense data set that we haven't had before.
We're able to compute these statistics on the 30-meter resolution, which has never been done before.
Now, with these tools that are available and the kind of work that's being generated from them, especially Liza's being probably the best and most relevant example, I can see that the work that she's been able to produce is going to be applicable and utilized at a global scale.
We see her as an amazing scientist that is going to be breaking barriers.
How can she best adapt her tools to helping the world, to giving back?
What I do know is I want to continue pursuing this field. I'm really excited to see where this can go.